came out to auditions for this show, and I'm so happy that people are enjoying it. However cute it is.
And we're proud of you.
We're proud of you.
No, I love you so much, and I miss you. I put something on Facebook. I'm like, where are my karaoke kittens? I miss live action.
Okay, we are live on YouTube, folks.
Hi, are we ready? Let me see my cast. Move it. I don't see it, Betsy.
It's streaming. It's up. It's live. Boom. Hi guys, how are you? Everybody turn your mics on. Is everybody on?
I'm on.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
How's life?
I didn't want to be rude.
Everyone say hello to the universe.
Hello. Hello, universe.
Universe. Glad we finally met.
Oh,
Good to
God.
see you, YouTube.
It's a very special episode of the Brady Bunch.
I actually can't hear you guys anymore. Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
Alice,
hear you.
What?
you
Say
make
what?
we're doing the Brady Bunch.
Good night, John Boy.
Night, Mary Ellen.
Log off.
Don't everybody speak at once.
Indeed.
Generally, yes.
It says we've got 7
We've got a
people
few more
watching on
people
YouTube.
coming. Hold on.
Oh, hello, people on
Sorry to
YouTube.
disappoint.
Hello. I'm
We'll get
Welcome,
to actual
stranger.
questions soon, I'm sure.
You don't know what you've gotten yourselves into, huh, do you?
All right.
Welcome to the cooler part of the show.
Yeah. You got tired of scrolling through TikTok, and now you found us.
What are the odds?
So I just, Chris Noe is here with us this evening. Welcome, Chris. Thank you for joining us. He is our FCT's Lofty Awards coordinator and also big time theater buff. So he is joining us. Have you had a chance to watch the show, Chris?
I just finished watching it, yes.
Oh, fantastic. I'm sure you have loads of questions and we're so excited to hear them all.
Fantastic.
I had fun.
Good.
You like it?
Yes.
That's the right answer.
Quite eclectic.
Indeed.
All right. Do we have everyone that's going to be here tonight? Everyone looks so lovely. So
You do too.
These are the only clothes I have, so I want to be sure to be recognized.
Stub, I did text Sonia earlier. It was like, do I need to be in costume? She said no, so I'm not in costume.
Oh,
no, I'm an opening night kind of girl, so I like to kind of get dressed up. We made it optional. I do believe I wrote Kateri. I was like, this is totally optional. Other than that, it's red carpet night or red t-shirt night, whatever, Jeff. I'm just kidding.
Sweatshirt.
Red hat. So yeah, no. So to start with, once again, let me congratulate each and every one of you. This was such a joy to bring to the world. It was so funny. It was just absolutely brilliant. Couldn't have done it without you. That's for sure. Oh my gosh.
Couldn't have done it without you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I thought that the puppeteer Sonia, was just fantastic. What, Gloria was the name of the character?
Yeah. Do you know who Gloria was?
I thought it was you.
It is me. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
It's really me.
That's what I was saying. It was fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you. She moved a bit fast. I was going to say there were some tech things that I was like, okay, next
Oh,
time.
I thought it was just excellent. Really.
Thank you.
Really good.
Thank you. My dad didn't realize that was me. And I was like, Dad, my dad is just, oh, hello, Dad. I think he's watching. Hi, YouTubers. I'm going to start with a couple of questions for our cast. And then I'm going to, Betsy is watching our YouTube audience for their questions. So please feel free to text in your questions or type in your questions in the comments. And Betsy, our fantastic AD, and Regina will get them to us to answer. But first, let's make a few introductions. My name is Sonia Bronder. I am the director of Bad Auditions on Camera for FCT, Fauquier Community Theater out in Warrenton, Virginia. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm super, super excited to have you guys here. My assistant director was Betsy Hansen, who also played the role of Regina, which everyone absolutely loves. Absolutely loves. She did such an amazing job with that role.
Yes.
And we have Stub Esty, who plays our casting director, who is also our assistant to our assistant director. That was our little inside joke. We love that. That's in the credit list, by the way. Actually, Stub being a veteran, just a guy who's been in kind of living that world throughout his life. You know, even, and this goes for all of us as actors, you know, sometimes you take those little hiatuses, you know, and life catches up with you and you take those breaks, but you always come back to it. You know, I realize a lot of these theater kids, anyone who I know, I think all of you at some point were child actors, and you always come back to it, and that's just fabulous. Stub was just an amazing support system and fantastic role model, and he's actually super funny. It was great to have him on the team. Let's see. Oh, I'm gonna go to Sarah Hoy. Tell me something great that happened today. Sarah Hoy plays Phyllis.
Hey, oh geez, I was not prepared for this. I don't do much.
I have more questions.
I think the good thing that happened to Sarah is that she did not end up in the sewer today. So I think that's a positive.
Always a possibility.
Good day. Don't be nervous. You're only talking to the entire universe. Okay. Who do we have next here? We have AJ Runke and Karishma Runke, who played EB and Kat.
Hello. How's the world doing? How's the universe? That's why I have no idea. We're gonna assume y'all are good. Let's see, what's the good thing that happened to you today?
Awesome. Let me move on down here. I see Gregory Leggett, and I can see all of Gregory Leggett. Greg played our fantastic face mouth actor, and we really don't get to see much of Greg on screen, but he was so funny. My dad, he did mention that he did love the lean between Stub and Greg as they went off camera. He just thought that was really cute. Greg, what happened to you today? What's the great thing that happened to you today?
Well, I got out of the house, got to sleep for an hour, took my son, we got haircuts. He showed me up on guitar yet again. Well, he's only been playing for a year, so yeah, it was a good day.
Yay! Let's see, let's move it on here. Let's introduce Miss Jen Thomas, who plays Erica, who was our winner this week. What happened? What's a great thing to happen to you today?
I had a pretty chill day. It was a busy week, so I got to hang out with my cat because it's National Pet Day, and I got to catch up on my favorite crime drama, SVU. So there's SVU watching today.
Excellent. I'm choking on water. Let's see who's up. So Jeffrey Walker, who plays all of my characters are favorites, but I want to say as a Shakespearean actress, Jeff Walker really, really, touched a nerve for me. I absolutely adored this performance of Kellen. Jeff, tell me something fantastic that happened today.
Well, I am pleased as punch that the Disney Plus people has finally put the Muppet Show where it belongs back on, because
I know they're excited about that.
aesthetic as a child, the latter part of my childhood before junior high is when that show came on. So I spent a little bit of time with my good buddies, Fozzie Bear and Kermit and company today. I didn't do a whole lot else, but because it is Saturday and where I work, we go back to in-person getting ready for school next week. So I said, I think we're taking it easy this weekend.
Hey, you guys, keep that safe there. I'm so happy that things are, it looks like we're heading toward normal, which is nice.
Knock on wood.
Yeah, knock on wood. Let's see who's next to Mr. Walker. Mr. Bill Kaffenberger, who played our Sergeant Grievous.
Thank you. So you want to know what happened today? I felt my inner Marine Corps drill sergeant. I was at the grocery store shopping. One register open, line all the way back to the meat department. And Sergeant Grievous said, "You guys need to open another line," and they did.
All right, get him, Sergeant Grievous. I love it. Next to him is Kateri Davis, who played our fantastic Tandy. Hi.
All right. So what happened to me today? Not much. I got a great start to the morning, went to my job, and now I'm here, and this is a lot of fun, and I'm really happy.
Yay! Okay. Oh, Deborah's talking to someone else. Deborah, are you ready? Deborah! Hi, this is Deborah Spires, our executive director for FCT. Say hello. Tell me something fantastic that happened today.
Hi, everyone. It was well, first of all, congratulations to the cast. What a fantastic show. And to Sonia, what an amazing director, assistant director, Stubbs' help. Just fantastic production. Just fantastic. The best thing about my day was our box office opened at 6 a.m. this morning. That was the first caller. And it's run till right at 9 o'clock. So we had a long box office. I got to talk to some great people, answered some great emails, saw wonderful comments about how people heard about the show. Very nice things they said about you, your families. And it was just a real joy to work box office today.
Oh, that's awesome. Awesome. We have some questions, specific questions for her on my list. Up next is Jeanette Illig, who played Wendy. It is Wendy, but I don't know why I was like, Wendy. I don't know why I said it like that, Joe. Wendy. Wendy. Joe, stop texting me.
Literally doing that right now.
Well, it's been so cold out. I haven't even gone outside. The best thing that happened today was seeing this final production. I mean, it was so funny. It just looked, I was so looking forward to seeing the whole thing. It was just great.
Oh my gosh. Who is your favorite?
Oh dear. I loved everybody. Everybody.
I'm kidding. I won't put anyone else in the spot. Let's see who's up next. Oh, my really good friend Jenna Stein, who plays Uma.
Hey. Let's see. Today, we had a board game day for the family, and we had a brand new board game that my cousin Chris sent us for Christmas, and it was called Labyrinth, and it was really fun. And Mommy won, so that's nice.
Oh, nice. Always good when Mommy wins.
Yes,
Mary,
I got to collect all my
like that.
treasures.
Karishma's like, I know that game.
Yeah.
Is that a fun game? Okay, cool.
It's a good game. You get to rearrange the labyrinth as you're searching for treasures. It's fun.
Ooh, very fun. Who's next to her? Oh, Mickey Lindquist, who played our fantastic costumer, Rory, who is also a costumer in real life.
Amazing.
Amazing.
What happened to me that was fantastic today was I got to get dressed up for opening night.
I was gonna
and
say
wear
you look
makeup.
fabulous. I am loving this necklace. Oh my god.
Thank you. I normally have no reason to wear anything but sweatpants, so it was very exciting to put on lipstick today.
So I just got a text message from Doug, and he wants to know. Yes, he wants to know what happened to Mickey's costume, why she's not wearing it.
Oh!
And I said he's texting me too because he says he's having trouble on the YouTube. So I said it's right behind her. Can't you see it?
Yeah, it is. I was actually going to mention how beautiful you displayed them. I love that. I look at the fan, guys. Can you guys see that?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to pin that. I'm pinning it. Boom! And now the universe is seeing this. Look at this costume. Absolutely gorgeous. And slide to the other side. There we go. Oh, I love it.
Yes.
Oh, beautiful.
It's like a museum of costumes of Mickey's
It's like when you go
costumes.
see the first lady dresses and in the city.
Yes.
Only they don't dress like Vikings.
Oh, they should though.
They really should. I think so.
They really should.
I would love it to see a first lady dressing as a Viking. Jill?
That would be so awesome.
Get on that.
Sitting next to her is Cliff Reiger. Hi! Who played Tom Buckman, Regina's
Is this
dad.
thing on?
Our other FCT costumer, Cliff, you weren't here earlier. We have our costumer Amber Kiffney, who helped with It's a Wonderful Life with people with everything in people's closet. I couldn't believe how great it all turned out. She's absolutely brilliant. She was cracking up. She's literally posting while she's watching. She was watching it and posting at the same time on Facebook. And she put your quote in, Karen, the Wi-Fi got me again. And I thought, oh my God, Amber. She just thought it was the cutest thing. Absolutely loved it.
Well, I had a ball doing it. It was a lot of fun. I've been watching The Muppets with Jeff. Not personally, but I mean, I grew up on that. Wait, I take it back. I didn't grow up. My kids grew up on that. And it took me back when my kids were kids. That was a lot of fun. So I enjoyed doing this. I love the group. I love it. FCT. Just a great experience.
Fantastic. I will have to say that I did also enjoy the Muppets as a child. It was the half an hour of the Muppets and then Sha-Na-Na. Who remembers that? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we bring Sha-Na-Na back? I'm putting that out there, universe.
No.
Bringing back Sha-Na-Na. Okay. And up next is, let me just tell you, I love this woman. From the moment we met her, we had to have her. And I loved every exchange that we had after her. Diana Sage, who plays Juliet.
I'm surprised.
She is absolutely just so fantastic. I absolutely adore you, Diana.
I don't know if you were watching her face while you were.
I know, she's like,
saying it. She's like, who's she talking about? Who's she talking about? And then all of a sudden you said Diana Sage, and you're like, me? It was great.
Yes.
Thank you.
She has
too kind.
Just a beautiful comedic timing. I mean, she literally, and it's so funny because it didn't get to the point where we had to say something. She would make Stub crack up every time we ran and then he would go, oh my God, am I smiling too much? I mean, she's just killing me. I can't stop laughing for her scene. Tell me something great that happened to you today.
Well, once again, I woke up and was able to get out of bed. Anyway, and then a little later, I played cards with some buddies. So that was lots of fun. We always laugh and have a good time. So that was my highlight for the day. But I also want to check out the Muppets. The Sesame Street was actually one of my favorite shows. I mean, I was a grown adult when it came out, but I loved it. I thought it was so creative and original. But all in all, I had a good day, and I'm enjoying this very much. And Sonia, I think you are brilliant. And Betsy, I just loved everything you did.
Thank you, Diana.
The whole cast, this was the first time I watched the whole thing, and I just laughed. I mean, I literally laughed out loud quite a few times, so I enjoyed it. Thanks so much for this experience. And thank you, all of you. It's so fun.
Yay! Alrighty. Then last but not least, this is a guy I've known for a couple years now. this is one of my favorite karaoke kittens. Joe Bobby, tell me something about yourself, baby.
All right, so before I answer that question, before I tell you anything good about today, Jeff, I got 2 words for you. Or sorry, 3 words. Peterbert. Peterbert. That's my Muppet impersonation. Take it as you will. You are my favorite character in the entire day. You're so good. Today's been a good day. I got my 2nd vaccination for COVID, and our show is up. We worked so hard on all of it. And I have never been prouder to be a part of a cast. And watching all of you, every single, from the smallest line to the biggest line to the Dun-Duns to the Gildheld or whatever the name of the actor.
Feel good.
Right? All of it. It was such a good show. I laughed nonstop. And I was so proud to be a part of this show, even the smallest part that I was.
Oh my God.
So that's my good thing. I was part of the show. That's my good thing.
Thank you so much. I love you guys so much. Wow, what an experience, right? Just to kind of break it down for the universe, we actually only had about technically 4 weeks to put this show on its feet. 4 weeks. And then we recorded. And then we had to spend 2 weeks getting it edited. And in 6 weeks, we had, I've got friends in Australia that are laughing. I've got friends, I mean, there are people all over the world right now laughing at your phenomenal performances and this great production. And I couldn't have been prouder. I really couldn't be prouder. Okay. I do want to introduce or have Chris, if you can introduce yourself to the cast and let them know your role here at Fauquier Community Theater, I'd be grateful.
Yeah.
And then tell me a great thing that happened to you today.
A great thing that happened to me today is that coincidentally, I wore my Community Theater Thrives t-shirt. And I'm just now, I came on and I see everybody kind of dressed up in different ways. I'm thinking, oh, I got it as a t-shirt. Oh, I got the perfect t-shirt. The show is a highlight today. I did not laugh all the way through, but I grinned all the way through. And there was a lot of good belly laughs too. Thanks very much for the show. And one shout out to Mickey. So I'm thinking that at various shows, there'll be somebody who I don't realize who it is while I'm seeing the show. I can remember Sonia, I didn't recognize Adam and As You Like It. Remember? And tonight, Mickey, I did not recognize you. And that's a supreme compliment.
Amber's kids didn't recognize me either.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's always a good job when you can't even recognize the person. And it wasn't like I was squinting going like, gee, who is that? Who is that? I just didn't even notice who you were. So that was actually a thumbs up right there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And what do you do for FCT?
Yes, so I'm the Lofty coordinator. That means, so at the end of the year, we have, an awards program, and that means during the year, we take a look at the shows with a crew of judges. Now, that's not necessarily actively happening this year with COVID going on, but we are talking about the details of how things might work. That's the role that I play. And I really love that job because I get to peek in on all the shows, and I really love rehearsals and shows and everything.
Thank you. Awesome. Fantastic. Okay, so we have a couple questions. I'm gonna randomly pick who's gonna answer it.
Hey Sonia, I've actually got Doug wrote me a comments that he wanted to say the end credits were a great comedic finish.
Thank you.
So thank you for that comment, Doug.
Thank you, Doug. Hi, Doug. We miss you. Is he on the YouTube or is he just texting you?
He's texting me, but he's on YouTube. He's having trouble commenting on the actual page, so he's just texting me his comments.
Yeah, I can see there are people on there, but I don't. It's not. How do you chat on there?
There's a chat box next to the thing for me, or next to the video playing. So I don't know how other people are.
Hey, let me just share with you. Last time I was not in the meeting, I was on YouTube and I was contributing to the comments, and it feels like forever from the time that you put in a question until it actually comes up and gets recognized.
I wonder if that's the time delay between
There is
the
a time
two
delay.
platforms. Yeah.
It's long.
And they say it's live.
Is it long? Oh dear. Is it like that pregnant pause on stage, everybody? Does everyone remember that moment? You're like, say your line, say your line. Crap, it's my line. It's my line.
8.9 years every time that happens. That's what it feels like.
And I'm laughing because it's usually, I'm thinking, why aren't they saying it? Oh my God, it's my line. It's my line. So let me randomly ask Danette, what made you audition for virtual production?
For this production?
Other than the fact that live theater's closed.
For this one?
Yes.
Geez, I auditioned for I just love auditioning for all kinds of parts. And it just seems like there were so many different kind of parts that it was just, it's great to do all different kinds of characters, and so that attracted me.
She only exclusively auditions.
That's it.
That's it.
Doesn't do shows.
I
just
just love to audition. Yeah. That's sometimes the only way you can get to act is to audition.
That's an interesting way to go about it. Oh my God. Let's see. I'm trying. Let me look at who's been kind of doing this virtual thing for a bit. You know what, Bill Kaffenberger.
Yes.
What are some of the benefits or drawbacks to performing virtually versus live?
Drawbacks for me personally, zero. I don't see anything negative in doing Zoom production as far as acting. Really don't. The benefits, rather than having 230 people, if you're lucky, filling your seats, you can have hundreds from around the world. And not just at the time of the performance, but if it runs, like say it runs 3 days straight for whatever hours, I mean, however you've got it set up, people can, you can have many more even beyond that. And I personally do not think this is going to go away when the virus thing goes away. I think Zoom theater stuff is here to stay, and I think it should be, because you want to build up your audience. You don't want to just be stuck with, gee, maybe we'll fill half of 230 or 3/4 or whatever. Get as many as you can from around the world. It's great.
Yes, here. Absolutely. Great answer.
And let me end that with.
I knew we should have told that prop from him.
So I'm going to keep it.
You know what, Sonia? I think another great benefit of doing online theater is just the time it takes to commute to and from the theater. It's just so you can literally get out of bed and be on Zoom in like 5 minutes, and you could be rehearsing. I love it. I mean, I live like an hour away from the theater, so every time I went to rehearsal, I'm driving 2 hours sometimes to get to rehearsal. So not having that time.
66. You're
right.
Like,
not having that time in traffic.
Well, if I could just throw in to kind of link up to what she said, if it wasn't for this, people like Diana and I couldn't. It would be too much of because of the live theater, you have a much larger schedule and everything. It just would be prohibitive for people like us to participate that far away. But now, I mean, you can draw on actors literally worldwide. I mean, potentially.
I wouldn't have auditioned otherwise. I live in Arlington.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, my last show was in Baltimore, and my husband was so excited about the commute to rehearsal for this show to the basement.
Yeah,
that Baltimore one was a tough one. That was tough.
Sonia was part of that one too.
I was the AD and the I ran the lights and sound for that one. Yeah, that was I actually have a question for the kids. Well, they're not children, they're young adults. Are young adults. Actually they are. They're gonna be let me see. AJ, you just got into high school. Karishma, you are in your junior or senior year
I
now?
am in my junior year. I
So-
turned 18 in December. I'm freaking out.
That's all right. Don't worry about it. Sarah was just doing college auditions. It's gonna be all right. Kateri, what grade are you in?
I'm a senior in high school.
Yeah. And you guys have, trust me, I know everyone's like, oh, you've got your future ahead of you. It's so much longer than you think. No, I'm just kidding. It's gonna be crazy.
No, Sonia, it goes by so fast.
It does.
It's not as long as you think. I think the opposite.
Before you know it, you're in readers and okay.
Sonia, I just want to throw in to the young people. Just don't wait 60 years to come back to it like I did. I was in place in high school, and here I am. I'm here 60 years later. And it does go fast, and you don't know where that time went, but you'll stay with it, I'm sure.
Yes, keep acting. Even if it's just every now and then, volunteering for a show, just stay in it. It's so, for me, I think theater is so good for the soul and just absolutely great for the soul. And let's see. So my young people, what was your takeaway from the production that will perhaps help you in the future? Can I just say, Sarah, AJ, all four of them are like,
I'm above 18. I didn't know if I counted.
You count.
I mean, I guess like working more at like home and stuff and practicing, having more like one-on-one practice with this child helps.
Yeah. It's the last time we were in a show together. A long time.
Pan,
really? Middle school?
Yeah.
Middle school. My 8th grade year was the last time that we were in a show together. Other than that, either he was tech, I was acting, or I was tech, he was acting. So that was fun.
I'll tell you how much I love that family.
Boss him around when he was Scarecrow. So good.
Yes. Just not to toot horns, but I will have to say AJ did win the NYA award for his role.
Miss Sonia's help. She helped me get the role. So thank you.
No, but yeah, just absolutely fantastic to win that award. I was so proud of you. Betsy's neighbor saw the show and they adored you guys. They just thought that the two of you were the funniest thing in the whole show. And you were just so great.
Clip of real life. I don't think that's you acting. No, it's not really. No.
I mean,
it's very easy to get into character.
Half of it was we fight all the time, but it's fine.
It's friendly fighting. This time in the show, we had to like push each other and stuff. That doesn't
normally happen. Wait, what are you doing with this?
Friendly fighting, you said.
What's happening? Oh my god, I love it. Oh, let me see who else we have here.
So I have a question on YouTube.
Yes, please.
YouTube chat's working.
So Ellen Ziegler asks 2 questions. First, Stub, what's in the flask?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Woo! Okay.
Actually, I will answer that because there was nothing in the flask.
Grape juice.
It was all acting, but we also when the flask was acting empty, then I switched to a big bottle and a glass, and that was diet iced tea.
That's what he told us. Confirm any of that, but that's what he told us.
So Ellen's second question is: we love the show, and we're wondering how you rehearsed.
Ellen, guess what? That was my next question.
Gasp.
So let's see. Let me ask the cast. With such a short rehearsal schedule, did it motivate you all to dig deeper for character choices? Right. This wasn't like one of those 4-month, things where you got to kind of. You didn't really. In my opinion, you didn't really get that time to play and mold like you could have with a 4-month thing.
Yeah.
So how did you guys feel about having to do this kind of like TV actors do, where this has to happen now?
Okay, well, Sarah Hoy is raising her hand.
Please let Sarah Hoy answer.
I think it's more, especially with this show that feels like it goes so fast. We have a few minute scene. You got to make it count. And especially in a pandemic when a lot of us don't get that many opportunities to perform or to act in a show, this has been months coming. You really want to make it count. So then you love doing it. You love diving into your character over and over again, and getting notes is super helpful.
Yay! Joe Barbie has his
I
hand
gotta
up.
say,
Oh, Jenna's speaking. Raise your
I
hand.
didn't know we were raising hands. I'm sorry.
I was following Sarah's lead there. But to that, I hadn't acted on stage, quote unquote, in almost 20 years. So I trusted my gut and Sonia and Stub and Betsy. Like I listened to the big thing was that I listened to the more so than I think I ever had. I listened to my feedback. It's like because Stub and I, our scene was us. And we were really talking about it, but we weren't in the same room. So I really had to think about not stepping on his lines, but also stepping on his lines where I was supposed to step on his lines, and vice versa. So for me, it was definitely I trusted my gut and I saw the character that I was supposed to play. I played it like I thought I should, and listened to things. And like I think that was the big thing: listening and trusting your director.
Awesome answer. Awesome answer. Oh, I see. Let's hit Jenna, and then I see Danette.
So one of the things about this rehearsal, we did all of our rehearsals on Zoom, and Sonia actually had everything in little half-hour slots. So usually with a production, you'll be called for an hour or two, and you'll be sitting in the audience or backstage while somebody else does their scene, and you'll be doing your own thing. I remember in college I used to do my math homework while I was backstage and stuff like that, and people thought I was a weirdo. But with this one, we were very like precise in like, okay, these 3 people or these 5 people are going to be doing their parts in this half-hour or hour segment. And so it was a lot of that one-on-one time, even though it was a very small amount of time. The percentage of time that you felt like you were really digging in seemed like a lot, but also because I knew that I only had these few rehearsals before it had to be off book, and we had to and Uma ended up getting like recreated
Oh my God.
twice.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
So there was a lot of outside of the rehearsal. How am I going to get this person into my head?
Yeah, that was great. Danette, what did you have to say?
Yeah, I mean, Sonia, your organization was great and it really made it work well. But working this way, it's a total different skill set than being on stage and actually interacting with bodies. It's more like, you know, you and the camera, like a TV would be. And it was great to work on that skill. It really was.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm getting notes. Bill Kaffenberger, and then I believe Chris Noe has some questions.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that the shortened schedule forced me to not be lazy. I had to get with it right away, and that was good. So
Had me lazy with my other word, but okay.
Who is saying that? Oh, Bill's like, rah, rah, rah.
I do have a couple of questions, even though I didn't indicate it to anybody. One is the script originally written for streaming, this kind of format? Yeah. And I guess that was the case as opposed to adapted from, you know, a regular play script. When the audience votes, is the audience really voting? I didn't think so, but are they?
So obviously everyone's watching this film version. So there is no voting that's happening there. We are going to do a little vote in just a few minutes here. But if we had to have done this show live, even though it was written for Zoom, we would have most definitely sent, for me as the director, I would have sent all of my cast to the back, and then we would have actually had a live vote for the entire theater. And I think that would have been just so much fun to have done. just to see how each live audience, reacted to each character. Because like I said, I haven't had somebody say that anyone in particular stole the show. Everyone loved each of you so much. You guys, it stood on its own. Each character stood on its own, which I think is so tough when you're doing live theater and you do have a bunch of bodies standing around. You guys have worked anyone who's worked a musical, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You've got nothing but bodies standing around, and somebody's not paying attention and somebody's not. This was just, I believe, incredibly focused, that you guys created this brilliant layer upon layer upon layer upon layer of characters that just resonate with every audience member that we have. And I think that that's just an absolute wonderful thing, and incredibly rare for theater, live or virtually. I think that's pretty cool.
If I can offer a metaphor as audience while watching the sequence, it was like surfing. It's like catching a wave and surfing the wave. That's what it's like to me as the audience. Yeah, exactly.
I'm all about it. I'm so all about it. Island girl here. Okay. I'm just so all about that whole thing. Joe Barbie, what do you want to tell me? Still bestie, you're next.
So I was going to say that one of the most interesting parts about the rehearsal aspect for me was within the script, it jokes about Kellen, Jeff, character, and talking with your eyes, but we really had to do that. All of us were sitting there, and the only physicality we had of our character was our faces. And the way that we all were able to do that was phenomenal. We all made those characters come to life with our eyebrows. That's phenomenal. And I think that I wanted to make sure that we heard that, that our audience heard that.
Let me get some eyebrows, people. Let me see them. Oh yeah, there they are.
Yeah, especially we saw a lot of Greg's eyebrows and nose and everything.
I mean, Jeff probably wins it all, but
oh my God. Okay, we'll start voting in a second here. Hold on a second. I will have to say something about Greg's character, which was really funny. When I read that character, I've read this script. Oh my God, I read the script so many times. But when I read this character, I thought, who's going to want to play this guy? And then the guy who plays him, is he going to have the fun that I know that this character can have? And I remember having a meeting with Betsy and Deborah saying, God, how am I going to direct these camera motions? How are we going to whatever? We got to the first rehearsal and he had already gone through it. He had already knew exactly how he was going to come in and out of the camera. And I didn't have to do a thing for him, really. I did a thing for you, but I'm just saying I didn't have to do a thing for you because he, as an actor, understood those phenomenal stage directions and understood where he would have to be. And to have an actor see that blocking, you know what I'm saying? It was just brilliant. Greg did brilliantly. I mean, he really did. He really did. I know. You got to give it up for him because he literally was barely on screen. But I mean, there was parts of him that were really on screen, but there was barely the Greg that I know on screen. So yeah, Greg, phenomenal job with that. That is absolutely killer.
I hope going forward, when he gets typecast, it's not going to be the angry guy. It's going to be the man with the golden gums.
All right. Now,
What was interesting is that with the type of rehearsals we had, which was mentioned earlier, which was very tight, and we knew exactly when we were going to be there. I mean, that was great. But one of the downsides, I think, is that...
Hold on one sec. Okay, no, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
is that today was the first time I saw the entire show. And the first time I saw Greg's performance. Normally you're in a show and you're in rehearsals and you get to see the show. With this one, several of you, it was my first time I've seen the performance, which was great in that it was... it was spontaneous, but, being in shows, one of the nice things is to see it over and over and over again while it's being created.
Yeah, this was just one of those shows where I couldn't even this show in particular we couldn't do in one full run. I literally didn't have the hard drive space. So I had to break it down into acts, and some acts didn't get to see the other acts until the final production. And I just thought, do you know what's so great though is that when you saw it today, you were like, oh my gosh, that's what they're doing. So I kind of love having that little extra magic of spontaneity that you don't normally get after you've literally seen Mickey scream into the, you know what I'm saying? You're like, oh yes, like everyone's like, oh my God, I see her do that for like 3 months now. I love that you guys, we kind of held it back so you could see the magic that your castmates.
Yeah, this was the first time I saw the puppet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
This is the first time I saw Greg do his thing. Sarah, this is the first time I saw you do your crazy thing. I mean, there were several of you that I had not seen before. It was great. It was very exciting.
That's what we want to hear. Stub SD, my
guy. That was actually going to be a comment I was going to make, that I thought it was a very interesting way of doing it because so many of the actors didn't see the whole thing until today. I did. And the other thing about that I think is interesting is, so I saw all of you all of the time, every time we were together, right? And I kept thinking, well, this can't still be funny. You've seen it so many times. And yet today when I saw the whole thing, I was laughing. And I knew every line, of course, but I'm still laughing. And my wife was laughing, but I thought it was interesting that I'm laughing. And Sonia used to say that it would get you going, and you've seen it as many times as I have.
I've read it, I've seen it, I put it together, and you guys still cracked me up. There's just this little Easter eggs every time I watch something. I'm gonna Diana Sage, that sifter. Holy, that whole thing with the sifter kills me. Every time I see it, I know it's coming, and it still makes me laugh. I'm like, here it comes.
The first time I saw that sister, it got me. I thought it was an accident. I thought you dropped it or you didn't mean to get flour on you or something. The way you reacted, and then I saw you every time you react the same way. I said, this is a real thing. She's doing it. It was fabulous.
The real thing. She's
but
the real
I wanted to say something else, taking off on what Joe said about the acting. You can't do much physically, right? You're just sitting. I'm sitting in this chair the whole time.
You could do a dance on TikTok.
TV actors can walk around and they have other cameras and they can get, they do their stuff, right? We're sitting just really a headshot. And I remember thinking in the beginning, well, what can I possibly do to act? There's only so many times I can roll my eyes. And I used to ask Sonia all the time, am I rolling my eyes too much? Or I'm doing, what? But all you have is your eyes and your eyebrows, and maybe you look over your glasses, but that's what you have. And it was interesting that each of us made something out of that, even though there's just this little box we're limited to. So congrats.
Yeah. Well, Stub, it's interesting that you finally got together with Nancy.
By the way, team, my wife's name is Nancy. That's what that was all about. And so I talked about my first wife. That's another story I'll tell you sometime. I don't have a first wife. But at one point, when she was complaining about my telling our son's age, she said, well, that's like the age I'm telling people I am. And I said, well, I'll just tell everyone he's the son of my first wife. And that'll be true. And that got me in trouble one night. But anyway, so tonight when I was talking about my first wife, or my ex-wife, I guess it was, and then I threw in the script says, and I don't want to go out with Barbara or something. And I said, that's going to be Nancy. Gotta keep me from going out with Nancy.
We did. We tried to personalize it.
I actually knew that was coming. I warned her about that.
I'm so glad Nancy liked it. That's so funny. Hold on one sec. Let's see. We're almost to the end. How many do we have online? Oh, not too many. But I tell you what, let's have them vote.
Okay. Secret YouTube chatting. We need your help. We need to cast this thing. So type in the chat which actor you think should be cast in this show.
Do it
happening.
Do it now. Get to the chats now. Anybody know what that's from?
No.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. Come on.
Boom!
Now.
Joe Barry, that's why we're friends.
Get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper.
Chopper now.
I give you money if you vote for me.
Bill, we're not giving money away. What are you talking about?
Also,
competitor.
By the way, in honor of all of the endings of this show, the other thing that I did today is I watched Clue.
Ooh.
I appreciate
A classic.
That is a good one. That is a classic.
There's only one.
No, there's.
Oh my.
Oh my
There's
God.
two. There's one that
Die on
got
this
remade a few years back, but the original was in the 80s.
And FCT needs to consider the stage version because it's very popular.
Oh,
we have.
We have that in the works.
Die on this hill. Clue is the
It's in
better
queue.
movie.
Tell them all about that, Deborah.
Yes. Clue is in queue. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's
Clue is
great.
the better movie.
Oh, I didn't. I think there's only one movie.
No,
there's
Clue
two.
is the better Tim Curry movie than Rocky Horror.
Oh. Don't say that on Twitter. You'll
I was like, dude,
be crucified. But
Oh, I will die on
right.
that hill. Clue is the better movie.
well, think of the rest of.
Whoa. Tim Curry, Rocky Horror, or Clue, and you thought he did better in Clue?
Absolutely. I will die on this hill. I was in a Rocky Horror cast.
By the way, Mickey, your husband's voting.
And Chris
Well, I
Noe,
hope you vote for me.
message me your vote, Chris.
Well, I'm not on the YouTube.
But you can message me privately on
all right.
Zoom. So
All right, I'll do that.
I've got 2 votes so far.
Meeny, miny, mo.
Wow.
Dude, let's go.
I just think I think when I saw the last name, I was like, phew, thank God he voted for Rory. Because we would tell the universe that he didn't.
I'd be in the other room like, "Arr."
You could contest the election, of course.
I would forever. No, it was stolen from me.
Bobby.
Can I just say that also? I think my hair today is more Jeff Porter than my hair in the show.
Not as a crime attorney. No.
Nah, fair.
Sorry, we're gonna pull that one. Sorry. We're gonna pull that one. Let's see.
Okay. So there's a 3-way tie.
Hold on. Let me vote.
Flip a coin.
But you can't vote. You're in the cast.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you Kamala
Okay.
tiebreaker?
Can my kids vote?
That's why those are the 2 weakest characters. Because like literally, I was telling Brendan today. I said I totally forgot that I picked up those 2 characters because I was always so worried about everyone else's performance that when we got to the rehearsal dates for mine, I was like, oh my God, I don't know my lines. And I'm so today. I was a bad actor for this. I'm so sorry.
Sonia, can you do more? Can you do more of the New York accent?
Thank you. My kids loved. We actually created a slow motion video of it. My kids loved watching me get popped with that Pop-Tart. Holy.
I assumed your kids threw the Pop-Tarts at you.
They did during rehearsals, and then I had my girlfriend come over, and
I was there.
she chucked the crap out of that so hard I had a bruise. I was like, like that's a real reaction because I was like, so much. Oh my God.
But it made really great cinema, I have to say.
Yeah, they threw it at me.
Viggo Mortensen kicking the helmet.
So are we ready for the results of the live votes?
Yes.
Drum roll, everybody.
3-way tie between Phyllis, Rory, and Tom Buckman.
Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me.
All right, we've got about 9 minutes left.
I mean, Rory's is really short, so let her go first.
Nice. I was going to say we're going to start with Phyllis, but
okay.
Yeah, I'm the director. So.
I don't need to wear a tie anymore.
It is a tie, but we're going to go in order. Stub, are you ready with the endings?
I'm ready.
Is everyone still off book?
Yes.
Okay.
Pshaw.
If not, pull up your document now. Alrighty. And Phyllis, congratulations on winning. Go ahead, Steph.
Helen, hi. Good news. We'd like to offer you the role in Crime Court.
Really?
No,
But I'm
I'm
the worst-
sorry, Kellen.
No, it's Phyllis.
Oh, you told me.
Not me.
It's okay.
Well, it's the same line, I guess.
Yeah.
But the supplementary lines are different. So now you're messing me up. All right, this is number 10. Phyllis, we'd like to offer you the role in Crime Court.
Yes.
Really? But I'm the worst actor in the world.
Regina is sending you the contract now, so take a look whenever you get a chance.
No, you're making a huge mistake. Please, I belong in the sewer.
No, sorry, Phyllis. You got the part.
Let me just say that was fantastic, and I spotlighted Sarah for that, and I actually got to see her fantastic makeup. Did you guys notice that? It's her eye makeup is so cool.
It's very cool.
Anyway,
and who was our other one?
Rory and Tom Buckman.
Okay, Rory, and then Tom will close us out like he did in the original.
I don't know if you're gonna be able to see me if I stand up like I do normally.
I want to see the dress you're wearing because it looks fabulous, by the way. Oh, I love it!
You have a crinoline under there? Aha!
Okay.
Rory, we'd like to offer you the role in Crime Court.
Accept.
Oh, I love it. Okay, she put the crinoline on. I love that woman. Oh my God. I love you, Mickey.
Terrific.
And last but never the least, our very favorite, Tom Buckman.
Mr. Buckman.
I actually don't see that Tom vote there. I'm just kidding. I think Regina just put it in there because she did this one.
Regina, you should tell your father he got the part.
Hello? Hello? Is this thing working? Regina, I can't see you. Regina. Hey, Regina, if that's you, did I leave my phone in the couch? I can't find it, but the cushions keep ringing. I don't know. Oh, wait a minute. I'm on the desktop and I'm reading the email. It says I got the part in the courtroom thingy. Oh, wow. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me.
Okay, that's enough. Congrats, Mr. Buckman.
Let's give it up for Mr. Tom Buckman. Woo! I will have to say, only because my dad knows how I work, he did say he liked the bow on the present, which was closing out with, "Is anybody there? Is anybody there?" And I was just like, this is like half decent note that my dad gave me. Okay.
I'm glad your dad liked it.
He did. He really, you know what? He's a funny guy. Let's not get into him. Okay. I want to thank everybody for coming in tonight. I want to thank you guys for showing up. I want to thank you for supporting the arts, continually supporting the arts, regardless of what's happening in the world. And that's the most important thing, is to always support our arts.
Well, we need to thank the FCT and everyone involved for providing us with the ability to do this. Otherwise, we'd just be watching the Muppet Show.
And to that, I would also say to the audience, thank you. We're going to do this no matter what, but you all give us a purpose to do it.
We love it.
Fantastic job. Deborah, do you have anything to close us out with from FCT?
Just so appreciate each and every one of you. You've just brought such great talent, and we're reaching so many audiences. I'm guessing that tonight probably 350 people saw this production.
Yeah,
and
that's more seats. That's more tickets than we have in our FCT theater.
Yes, it's over a full house tonight.
Yay.
We just couldn't fit in the theater that we do love, and we're going to keep this streaming when we go back. We'll be doing live shows and we'll still have streaming going on. So we're really excited about that. I did want to say something about this genius ending of the show. And I have to say, for me, it's kind of like the best curtain call in a way, right? that I've ever seen. And just absolutely adore the ending. And Sonia, just absolutely brilliant.
Thank you guys. I couldn't have done this without you. And now I can cry because we're finished. Once again, I can't make this kind of magic without actors like you. It's utterly impossible. I can think it in my head, I can dream it, but none of this comes alive without you. And I'm so grateful that you guys did the show. And here we go. And I want to personally thank each and every one of you for all of the efforts you put into this, because you made Bad Auditions the best thing that happened. So thank you guys so much. Congratulations. I need to see all of you guys here tomorrow at
15, everybody. We'll start this live stream at 3:30.
Good job, everyone.
If everybody says goodbye to the universe and the YouTube world, say good night.
Night.
Good night, YouTube.